What's going on, true believers? It's your man Keanu Believes. Guys, if you want to get rich and you want to get rich in crypto, then I'm the guy to give you the information that you need to know in order to get there. Today, we're going to take a quick look at Bitcoin. We're going to have a little quick conversation about Ethereum, and we are going to sit down and talk just a little bit about Cardano before we get on to our normal coins. And guys, it would help me greatly if you bought one of my NFTs. The link is going to be coming up in just a little while. It would also help me greatly if you bought a couple of hoodies or anything like that, which will be in the description below. But the best thing that you can do for me right now, if you want to help me, is to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and help me get sent every day. I need 4,000 watch hours, and I am only about halfway there. This is not financial advice, but I am always. And the rock means, I'm just kidding, I'm not going to do that. But I am always right. All right, guys. CoinGecko has the market listed at $2.361 trillion with a 24-hour trading volume of $165 billion. That is going to support a market cap close to $3 trillion when all is said and done. Now, in the last hour, actually in the last 30 minutes, it looks like Bitcoin has gone from 50,001 all the way up to almost 50,300. Whatever resistance that there was seems to be falling away as we get into Friday. Now, I don't know what that means for Friday yet. The American markets have yet to wake up. They'll be up in about 25 minutes, but when that happens, we are going to see what happens. And oh my goodness, it's starting to really look good. Like a lot of this stuff is about to get very, very, very scented. When I say that, I'm talking about Bitcoin, I'm talking about Ethereum, I'm talking about Cardano, and a random altcoin here or there, because I do believe that maybe our phases might be a little screwed up right now, and that we are starting to see the altcoin boom happening. Bitcoin Cash ABC is up 241.8%. Arweave is up 131%. And just FYI, I got an airdrop of that like 6 months ago. Have no idea what it is. Had no idea what it is. But it's going crazy right now. So there's a lot of good things happening. But when we go over here and we look at the meme coin market, then we're starting to see a little bit of green. Starting to see a little bit of green. We're starting to see, look, Keanu is up 29%. Shiba is barely treading water at 0.9. Saitama is up 82%. And Floki is up 124.5%. So we're starting to see action. We're starting to see movement. And these are very good things, because that means that the meme coin season is getting closer and closer and closer. Now, until we really start to see Shiba make that final move where, and I don't mean final as in it's over after that, but that final move that tells us that altcoin season has started, because we keep seeing it in Doge and it doesn't move the needle for very long before it settles back down. So I think now we're looking at Shiba as the altcoin that's going to tell us whether or not the meme coin season has begun or not. So let's pay attention, let's watch out for it, and let's see where we go. Moving on. All right, guys, I don't really have a whole lot to talk about with Bitcoin, because I don't think that Bitcoin has much value beyond the store of gold. And I thought maybe I'll just tell you, because I don't have a good opinion of the general Bitcoin investor, because they tend to be a bit snobbish. And what I mean by that is very simple. I went into one of their chat rooms one day because I said, you know what? One of the things that the crypto industry is always looking for is a use case. And yesterday I told you that I believe that the use case for meme coins is charity and purchasing power. Now, when I did that, I had gone into a Bitcoin chat room to have a conversation and say, hey guys, if you are looking, then meme coins are coming alive, and when they previously had no use case, now they are having use cases that are cropping up. And the Bitcoin snobs said, yeah, so charity is not a use case, and purchasing is not a use case. So then I said, well, then why are you invested in Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin doesn't do shit except sit there. Bitcoin has no real use case other than it came first, and it just represents a store of gold in the market. It doesn't do anything. I was banned before I got the answer to that, so I'm still looking for the answer as to what Bitcoin does and why an investor snob feels like Bitcoin does anything, because right now it doesn't. Bitcoin is so dumb, it doesn't even contain smart contracts. And when somebody says, oh yeah, it does, no, it doesn't. It will one day, maybe. But right now, no, it doesn't. Moving on. All right, guys, let's talk about Ethereum for a few seconds here. This is the gas tracker that's telling you right now what it is that it will cost you in order to make or do any kind of trade. And when you're on a, let's call it a Coinbase wallet, then you are automatically using the average level. But when you're on MetaMask or another one where you control the gas, you can make a choice as to whether you want to use low, average, or high, and you can see the time frames in which all of these happen. Now, using high gas, the difference is kind of nominal overall, because presumably you're going to be making a rather large trade. But to transfer your ERC20 tokens from one wallet to another right now is $40. Are you shitting me? To make a swap on Uniswap right now is $133.54. $150 if you want to use fast gas. Guys, we're reaching the point where this is just absolutely insane. So one of the things that's going to help fix it, because the EIP 1559 was not set to fix it, the only thing that the 1559 protocols had in them to help was something that would allow you to better guess what the gas prices would be. Now you can see that they just came down slightly, and in an update I think that the prices are going to be a little more fair right now, but they're not going to be reasonable. For the average investor, this has become a virtual nightmare. And it's a nightmare because guess what? Some of us are putting in $100 at a time. Now, we are being priced completely out of the market. And a great example of this is Floki the other day. And I'm going to go back to this again. Floki was trading at 3,900, and if you bought in at 100, it cost you about $100 to get into it. So you had to wait. Now, thankfully, they've gone, they've had a nice rise, and I think they're trading about 4 times higher than they were right now. I looked at the chart early, got an eyeball of it, but they were up about 4x, which means that for your $100 with $100 fees in and out, you made $100. Folks, that's ridiculous, and it's stupid. So what's going to fix it? Well, the answer is Cardano, which we're going to get to, and we're going to move on. All right, guys, Cardano has put Ethereum on notice. Cardano will launch the ERC20 Ethereum converter bridge next week, which means it's coming out, I guess, maybe Monday or Tuesday of next week, maybe towards the end. We're going to see, but this is huge, because what it does is it allows you and your ERC20 tokens to migrate over through a converter bridge to the Cardano network. Now, one of the things that makes such a huge difference is that it is huge in the NFT market right now, and the issue is that it doesn't have smart contracts, or so we are led to believe that that is an issue. Proof of stake and proof of work are entirely different things. So what is this all going to end up meaning long term? Well, I think that it's going to be very simple. The amount that it costs for you to make transfers right now is, and again, we just went over this, $133 to make a transfer on Ethereum. And Ethereum has done, let's say, $500 million worth of transfers and business over the course of a day. And they charged millions of dollars in these enormous gas fees, because their proof of work requires and gives all of the verifiers all of the control over what it is that they do. So your cheap transaction, even though it's not really cheap, can get ignored for extended and super long periods of time, making you sit there and wait for a transaction, which makes it impossible and expensive for you to do things in a quick fashion. The issue here is that once you move over to the Cardano system, it's a proof of stake that goes way faster and uses far less energy, i.e. gas. So what ends up happening here is, and this is crazy, but you're going to spend $1, if that, for a transaction, even on a smart contract. And if you're an Ethereum snob, since we do have snobs even in Ethereum, if you're an Ethereum snob, then your answer to this is, well, they don't have smart contracts yet. Well, it doesn't matter, because they're POS and not POW. So they're not controlled by a whole bunch of miners and verifiers whose job it is to run up the price and only do the transactions of people who are paying extra. This is network congestion and traffic. Now, the way this works is very simple. If you are a person who is looking to make a transfer onto Cardano, then what you are going to do is you are going to take your crypto, whatever crypto that might be, and you are going to take it to the ERC20 bridge, which I think the first one is called Atrix, but don't hold me to that. There's going to be a few of them that drop on the same day. Agix, sorry about that. So what will end up happening is you will go to there, you will transfer your crypto over to the Cardano network, and your ERC20 token on the Ethereum network will be parked. When it's parked, it means that you can't touch it and you can't access it. It is parked, which means that for that moment, it is off-chain. Now, that means that you will not receive reflection. If you're in a token that has reflection, you will not receive any bonus or advantage if you have one to holding your token. What you will get is cheaper transaction fees on a network that will also include other people who are doing it and moving their stuff over. So there will be, from a lot of meme coins, liquidity pools. So you will be able to go over and make a transaction and purchase and go back and forth between these networks. Now, your Ethereum has been parked, which means that it's not doing anything. But if you are moving over on an ERC20, then you will also get your reflections, but they will be Cardano reflection. So if you have a Floki or a Keanu or a Kishu or something like that, and you make the transfer over, then all the transactions that are happening on that network, you're going to get your reflection for. Now, at first, there will be fewer transactions that are happening over on that network because we have locked contracts. We can't just take a wrapped Ethereum product and just move it over. So there'll be a staking mechanism involved. But once that's been done, you will be free to trade on the Cardano network for pennies on the dollars that you are currently paying for Ethereum. Now, at some point, if you take over, say, 20 trillion and your reflection ends up to be 21 trillion, then you are going to move it back onto the Ethereum network. And guess what? You will be moving back 21 trillion. And what you have on Cardano is called, in their terms, a picture. When you decide to move back over to the Ethereum network, then your picture will be put back into the Ethereum system, and your crypto will then be unparked, and it will include whatever reflection you may have gotten over on the Cardano network. And the image that you have created on Cardano will then be burnt and destroyed. Then You can go back to whatever it was that you were doing on Ethereum. Of course, you have to pay that fee to Ethereum. So, yeah, they're still coming for your money. This doesn't mean that you don't have to pay Ethereum, but you're only paying them when you go on and off of their network, which is a little bit different than every single transaction costing you tons of money. And then from there, you'll be able to go back to whatever it is that you were doing, looking at Uniswap, looking at DEX tools, getting into Telegram and asking when Moon or whatever it is that you're doing. So Ethereum, you're about to get left in the dust. Now, one final thing for Ethereum purists who don't like what's going on, or who don't appreciate what's going on, or don't believe in what's going on. The Ethereum network is about to have their fees reduced dramatically. And do you know why? Because smart people are going to be moving with smart contracts over to a smarter network, which means that there will be a lot less traffic on this archaic old network. That's going to drive your fees down. So you can thank Cardano for that. Moving on. Guys, Keanu's trading at 89.21. That's down about 9.7% on the 24-hour average. But with LBank blowing up for some reason, there is a lot going on in LBank. We are talking hundreds of thousands of dollars in trading volume, while the Keanu trading volume on Uniswap is 103,000, and maybe it's because of the ridiculous fees. Now, there's going to be an announcement today where the flyer is going to be released for the special event on September 24th. It's going to include the special person that cannot be named yet. Whoa. But it's coming. And when it gets here, you're going to be shocked. You're going to be surprised. You're going to be real happy. You're going to be like, wow, that's kind of cool. And then we're going to be like, right, bro? And then you're going to be like, yeah, bro. And then we're going to be like, yeah. And then you're going to be like, whoa. And then we're going to do the same thing, because this is big. And Max Sean 100, he's the man. And it's his team that's making this all happen. So make sure during the course of today that you go to Max Sean 100's Instagram and you let him know. Fam, we appreciate you. Thank you for everything that you're doing, and thank you for what you're continuing to do. Moving on. All right, Hokk, you guys are trading at 94.61. That's down 13.5% to the previous day. That's a big dip. I think everybody experienced a little bit of a dip in that short period of time because the fees are too damn high. So the life is going to come back in very quickly, but I want to read a statement that came out from Mike today so that you guys have an idea of what's going on and that you get a little bit calmer about your investment into the Hokk Fi. It's coming. So, the team decided to relaunch the BSC version as there was too much confusion with the 100-to-1 ratio, and it would make building the bridge more difficult. So we are relaunching the coin only with an increase in total supply of times 100. All current holders will receive new BSC coins to replace their ones on the new contract, and they will receive the amount currently in their wallet times 100 to compensate. So it doesn't really matter about the 100-to-1 ratio. It's about the market cap, and currently the BSC market cap is lower than the ETH. So after relaunch, it may still be worthwhile to buy BSC due to the room for growth. Now, it's very simple. Even Hokk Finance decided that using BSC is going to be the way of the future, because guess what? They're not screwing you over with Ethereum fees either. Guys, have a little faith in this dev team. They know what they're doing. They have your back. They are going to make sure that you're taken care of. I can assure you, I talked to Mike myself, and they are working diligently to make sure that everything good is going on for you guys. So buckle up, because the moment is coming where you're going to get sent, and it's going to happen because of your dev team, because they care, because they are working for you. And if you still haven't checked out the voice chat, go check it out today. It's in their Telegram and it's still posted. Moving on. All right, guys, Sanshu, the cutest little dog in the Inuverse, is trading at 1983, which is up 13.32% to the previous day. And guys, that's just testament to if you just hold and you just have a little faith in your dev team, then good things are going to happen. They are right now working on street teams, and they have posts everywhere about different places where you can shill so that you can help your token do what it needs to do. Now, a lot of this is based on, are you guys going to put in the effort to support the people who are supporting you? And the dev team is supporting you, and they have been taking care of you, and they have had your back this entire time. They have done constant moves to try to help with your value, and you have to appreciate it. Even if you don't like the fact that the market is down, even if you don't like the fact that meme coins have not had their moment yet, meme coins are going to have their moment. And when the meme coins have their moment, all of us are getting sent. It's just a question of how sent we're all going to get. And Sanshu is probably going to get sent as well or better than almost all of us. So guys, have some faith. Relax, understand, these guys are working for you, and you are up on the day, and that's going to lead to another day. So get out there, show your product, and you're going to be up on the week. Moving on. All right, Floki Vikings, I have gone from what in the fluck is happening Floki to Floki Doki. You guys are down 25.92% over the course of the last 24 hours. And I think that everybody that is in Floki that has been selling off has really just kind of been one of those people. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the whales who like to sell the news and then buy the dip. So what is going on right now is, I think a lot of your whales took this moment during the announcement, because yesterday there was an announcement of the release of the Valhalla game, which is coming for Floki. And what I think really just kind of happened there was you had some big whales selling, which then led to the little fishes starting to sell, because then they were nervous about it, which then started this little cascade to bring the price back down from 2,400 yesterday down to 1,400. Now, this is the opportune moment for you, if you've missed the train for Floki in the beginning, to get back in and secure yourself a position, because Floki's going places. The Million Gardens, by the way, and I know that we've talked about this a couple times, but the Million Gardens will also be inside Valhalla when the game is launched. Now, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of development that's happening right now, and Floki is going to go to some live streaming so that you guys are constantly updated on what is going on. Hopefully a better communication mechanism, but guys, voice chat is always packed full of people. So you guys are in good hands. Your dev team is getting it done. Floki is trending #1 as of right now on Dex Tools yet again. So guys, you're in safe hands. Pack your bags, because you're about to get sent all over again. Moving on. Saitama Wolfpack, what's going on, guys? You're trading at 1608, and you are up 29.44% in the 24-hour window. And if you are paying attention to this chart, you're probably really liking it, because you got a 100% increase over the course of the last couple of days, with what appears to be no end in sight. And how many of you guys are going to be wolf casters? Because that game is coming. It's going to be brilliant. You guys are going to love everything that's going on. Saitama is getting into trading cards. They're getting into film and animation. They have a plan that encompasses the entire scope of media and entertainment. What is there not to like about a token who's stretching themselves out and creating a vibrant world for its investors? There's nothing bad about it. So guys, Keep doing what you're doing. Your developers are leading you to the promised land, and it's only a matter of time before your market cap goes through the roof. Moving on. All right, Kishu, you guys are trading at 74.33. That's down 10% to the previous day. Looks like there was a big sell-off at one point in the middle of this morning, right before we went to air. Ugh, nobody likes those guys. But the point to it is, Kishu crates are coming, and they are bringing pet puppies with them. With the upcoming release of Kishu Crate, our NFT platform, we've been on the lookout for many artists and projects to partner with to turn it into the best version it can be. We are excited to announce Kishu Crate's first featured artist, Pet Puppies. That's petpuppiesnft.com. Pet Puppies will be doing a giveaway of 5 NFTs to our community and making 5 additional NFTs available for farming as part of the Crate beta. The requirements for entering the giveaway are as follows. And then there's a list down here. This, by the way, is pinned in the Kishu Telegram, so if you have any questions or you want them answered, then it's going to be in there, and it's going to be easy to read your way through it. Here are the details, the requirements for the giveaway. You can take a screenshot right now if you need to and go through it. But there's good things happening in Kishu, and guys, every time we have a conversation and every time you feel like there's a little bit of dip in Kishu, it always comes back that your dev team has your back and they continue to do things for you. And it's this type of engagement and this type of activity that will end up leading you to more investors and will get you sent. Remember, Shiba, over the course of a very short period of time, had just a massive increase. And guys, I think you're next. That's all I'm saying. I think you guys are next. Just keep doing what you're doing and keep rooting for your dev team because they've got your back and they're doing everything they can to help you get to where you want to be. Moving on. StarLink Troopers. I just want you guys to know, first of all, Starship Troopers was one of my favorite movies of all time. It was also one of my favorite books of all time because my mother made me read all the time. Ugh. So, guys, you're down 1% on the day, trading at 1827, and that is the 24-hour window. But I think that if you are a smart and you are looking at your chart, and smart, by the way, is a wrestling term, and if you don't get it, my bad. But I think if you look at your chart right now, then you're going to see this upward trend that's happening right now. And I think that you should be nothing more than really happy with how everything's playing out between the StarLink Metaverse game and the constant and consistent level of trading that is happening. I think that you guys are going places. This is, to me, I know I keep talking about it and effusing about this game, but it reminds me of something great that I had when I was younger and played video games. I think that this is the wave of the future. I believe that from what I understand about the depth of gameplay that's in this game, this is one of the space games that not just is going to rally in the crypto universe, but when I talk about this is one of the games, this is one of the space games that is going to convert people who are just your average everyday game player that don't know very much about crypto. It's going to convert them into crypto enthusiasts because when they find out they can play a game this deep and this layered, they are going to be going crazy for what it is you guys are doing. So if you are not on board yet, it's a good time to get on board because this StarLink Metaverse game is going to be massive. And I hope that means I get a free house, by the way. Moving on. All right, Shiba. You guys are right back where you started. Back down 1.34%. Still accumulating, still consolidating. And we're just waiting for that moment when you guys lead us to the promised land. I don't know what you guys are doing right now, but come on. Hurry up. The rest of us, we got to get rich, son. Anyway, you're trading at 70.92. That's down 1.34%. The market cap is still sitting at $3.5 billion. So you guys are there. You guys have done a great job to this point. Now it's just a matter of taking it to that next level. I don't know what the status is on Coinbase or any of those things that I know that you guys have had working, because I'm not in chat, remember? So, guys, do better. Moving on. All right, guys, I don't want to get off on a rant here, but I think everybody needs to take a deep breath that is in a Telegram right now that is fudding and that's nervous because they lost their investment to whatever meme coin or coin that's new that they think is not going to do anything. You're just a bad investor. You're a poor investor and you need to relax. And I know that the worst thing that anybody can ever tell you is to just shut up and relax because you're nervous about your money. But I don't know you, so shut up and relax. Guys, this is very simple. We are in a market that makes 1000x gains or 100x gains in almost no time. That doesn't happen in the good markets. Those kind of things only happen in these small cap gems, is what they're called. I don't need you telling me all about it and starting to cry and complain constantly that you don't think something is going on. I can't tell you how many different chats I go through where I see the same people whining in every single one of these. Listen, guys, if you couldn't afford it to begin with, that's your problem. We are going to try to help you in any way that we possibly can. But the market is the market is the market. It doesn't really matter what you think. You're in Ethereum, and Ethereum is not working for you right now. Ethereum is doing everything it can to literally work against you. So I'm sorry that that truth hurts, but Ethereum is not taking care of you as that small investor right now. And if you look and you see your whales, your giant investors that are pulling out of meme coins and they're putting their money into, what you'll see most of the time is, and guys, there's some people that just always, they can't help themselves and they make their place. But if you're looking at what their wallets are doing, they're just putting it into Ethereum right now. And the reason for that is very simple. Ethereum is mooning and it's continuing to moon. And when I say moon, it's not mooning. It's just having a good run. If I'm in something at say 1,000 and I'm pretty confident a week or two from now, it's still going to be 1,000 because we're not in that final phase of the blow off of meme coin season. And I know that it's probably not going to be here for a few minutes. And I'm pretty confident that what's been happening is going to continue happening and that I'm going to be able to get in at a better price for when the moon comes. And if I miss that first step, I can make a quick move and I can get back in and I can make my play if I believe in the product. So there's a lot of people that are coming out of your products right now that believe in what you are doing. They just want to make a little money to secure a better position. And I make no bones about this. When we have a chart in Keanu and I am just a dolphin. I am not one of those big guys. This YouTube page does not monetize me. I need 4,000 watch hours, which I could, by the way, use a lot of help with if anybody wants to help. But I am not a whale in any way by any means. And I have a position in every single coin that I am talking to you about, and every single token that I am talking to you about every single day. But most of the positions are very small. So I feel the pain of every single one of the investors who are looking every day waiting for that moment when something gets sent. And when something gets sent, then you have a decision to make. Do you take out half and keep going? Then what do you do with that half? Like, I go through the same process that everybody else is going through. The way that I'm going to get a better position is through donations down below and through the NFT market, which there is one Keanu Believes NFT available, and I'm going to post the link throughout this video today so that people know. Please go buy it. because it certainly helps me secure better positions, but I'm just like everybody else. There are days when things are just not working very well, and when Ethereum is too high, then I get frustrated just like everybody else. The difference is I don't take it out on the people that are in these chats. When I see Floki lose $1,000 or 1,000 points overnight because of a whale selling off to try to play a dip, I'm not losing my mind about it, because that's not... You don't create wealth without taking some risk. And when you're dealing in the long term with this market, there is no real huge long-term risk. You just have to play along and do it. There are investors that are coming in every single day. So guys, have a little faith. Understand that these people in every one of these chats, these developers, these admins, they are working so hard to get you sent so that your small amount becomes a big amount. You may never get rich off of it, but if you make a lot of money off of it, then you're better than when you started. And if you're in every one of these tokens that I talk about, you will get sent in some way. The extent to how far it is, that's kind of based on the dev team and how well they do or how bad they do at getting influencers, making plays, making moves. So guys, have some faith and you will prosper. That's all I got, except one final thing. Going forward on Monday, I think we're going to stop using DEX tools to track each one of the meme coins, and we're going to start using CoinGecko, because CoinGecko is a more accurate readout of the entire project as opposed to just one sample, which is the wrapped Ethereum, because in a couple days Cardano is going to be released and we should all start looking at everything that's going on in our markets. That's going to be a good thing, and that's going to help us tremendously. That's my time, guys. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Buy the NFT, buy some hoodies down below. Help me out. That's all I got. Have a good day.
Been around since the 80s and wasn't always cool, especially with the ladies. I was a damn fool. Dad was an alcoholic. Mama, she had to leave him. Grew up around the fighting, the fussing, cussing, and cheating. That's when I started breaking all of the rules, selling drugs and robbing people. I was kicked out of school. I was a bad kid, tearing shit up, sleeping on couches with 40 bottles and cigarettes.